Hello everyone, and welcome to another video from our channel, Immortal News. In this video, we will be bringing you a list of famous celebrities who have passed away today, June 15th, and in the last few days. Additionally, we have some tributes planned for the second part of the video, so please stay tuned. Before we proceed, we kindly ask you to show your love and support by giving this video a like. Number 1. Glenda Jackson, a courageous performer and spirited politician who defied convention. Glenda Jackson, two-time Oscar-winning actress and former British Parliament member, passed away at her home in Blackheath, London on June 15, 2023, aged 87, after a brief illness. Her long-term agent, Lionel Larner, confirmed her death. Born on May 9, 1936, in Birkenhead, England, Jackson began her career in theater, earning acclaim for her raw and daring performances. She garnered her first Oscar for her performance in Ken Russell's Women in Love, 1969, and her second for A Touch of Class, 1973. Her portrayal of Queen Elizabeth I in the television miniseries Elizabeth R. brought her an Emmy Award. In 1992, Jackson transitioned into politics, serving as a member of the British Parliament for the Labour Party. She served as a junior minister of transport from 1997 to 1999 and attempted a run for the mayorship of London. She left politics in 2015 and soon returned to acting. Despite her time away from the theater, Jackson's return to the stage as the titular character in King Lear at age 80 was met with critical acclaim. The intensity of her performance transcended gender, leaving audiences in awe. Jackson was a woman of many contrasts, capable of displaying intense emotion on stage, yet known for her solitary nature off it. Despite her success in film and stage, she preferred the simple life, often seen using public transport and dressing modestly. She is survived by her son, a political journalist, a sister, Gillian Jackson, and a grandson. Jackson's life was one of daring choices and unabashed authenticity, leaving an indelible mark on the world of theater and politics alike. Tributes to Glenda Jackson. Number 2. Blackie Onassis, the rhythmic backbone of 90s rock band Urge Overkill. John Blackie Onassis Rowan, the reverend drummer of the 90s rock band Urge Overkill, passed away in Los Angeles on June 14th, at the age of 57. His contributions to music, especially during the 90s alternative rock scene, will remain indelible. A native of Chicago's South Side, Blackie Onassis was an integral part of Urge Overkill's transformation into an iconic rock band. Joining the band in 1991, Onassis played a pivotal role in refining their sound. His drumming anchored the band's renowned cover of Neil Diamond's Girl, You'll Be a Woman Soon, which featured in Quentin Tarantino's Pulp Fiction in 1994. Onassis's persona and musical genius were vital to Urge Overkill's identity. Adopting the moniker Blackie Onassis, he embraced a vibrant stage presence and made significant contributions to the band's albums, such as Exit the Dragon in 1995. However, alongside the acclaim, Onassis battled personal struggles, including drug addiction. This later impacted his professional life and relationships within the band. He is survived by his mother Mary, his sister Anne, and his brother Tim. He leaves behind a legacy of unforgettable rhythms and an emblematic role in the history of alternative rock. His enigmatic presence and musicianship will be remembered as the very spirit of the 90s rock scene. Tributes to Blackie Onassis. Number 3. John Romita Sr., a titan of Marvel Comics and co-creator of iconic characters. John Romita Sr., a luminary in the comic book industry, passed away at the age of 93 on June 12th. Romita Sr. etched an indelible mark on the comic book world through his work at Marvel Comics. In 1966, he was handpicked by Stan Lee to become the artist for The Amazing Spider-Man after Steve Ditko's departure. It was during this period that Romita Sr. co-created the beloved character Mary Jane Watson and introduced formidable villains such as Kingpin and Rhino. His work played a pivotal role in the Amazing Spider-Man becoming Marvel's best-selling comic. Additionally, Romita Sr. co-created other iconic characters like Wolverine and the Punisher, helping to shape the expansive Marvel universe. His artistic flair, storytelling prowess, and attention to detail made him a revered figure amongst comic book enthusiasts and creators alike. Notably, his legacy is carried on by his son, John Romita Jr., who is also a celebrated comic book artist. Beyond his professional accolades, Romita Sr. was known for his graciousness and approachability. James Gunn of DC Studios shared a touching memory of how Romita Sr. responded to drawings sent by him and his brother, making the world of comics feel accessible. John Romita Sr.'s illustrious career and contributions to the comic book world will continue to be celebrated for generations to come. Tributes to John Romita Sr. Number 4. Robert Gottlieb, a guardian of literary excellence and steward of American letters. Robert Gottlieb, a luminary in the world of book editing, passed away at the age of 92 on June 14th. His demise was confirmed by his wife, actor Maria Tucci. Gottlieb's contributions to American literature were nothing short of monumental. Graduating from Columbia University in 1952 and receiving a graduate degree from Cambridge in 1954, he began an illustrious career in editing, working with an array of renowned writers including Toni Morrison, Robert Caro, Michael Crichton, John le Carré, Doris Lessing, and Bill Clinton. His nurturing hand in shepherding manuscripts to fruition earned him reverence among the literary elite. Gottlieb worked at esteemed publishing houses like Simon & Schuster and Alfred A. Knopf, and his work ethic and dedication were transformative in the world of publishing. His mid-career shift to become the third editor of The New Yorker in 1987 marked a significant moment in the magazine's history, and his tenure lasted until 1992. In 2016, Gottlieb released his autobiography titled Avid Reader, A Life, chronicling his life in publishing. Additionally, his daughter Lizzie directed a documentary, Turn Every Page, focusing on his relationship with Robert Caro, which premiered at the Tribeca Festival in 2022. He is survived by his wife, children, and twin grandsons. Gottlieb's legacy is that of a literary gatekeeper, a steward who championed the transformative power of words. His indelible mark on American literature will be celebrated for generations to come. Tributes to Robert Gottlieb. Number 5. John Hollins, a stalwart of Stamford Bridge and an icon in Chelsea's history. John Hollins, true legend, former Chelsea player and manager, passed away at the age of 76 on June 14th. A hero to the fans, as described by Chelsea board member Daniel Finkelstein, Hollins' name will forever be synonymous with Chelsea Football Club. Joining Chelsea at the tender age of 15, Hollins made an astonishing 592 appearances for the club between 1963 and 1975, and later during the 1983-84 season. His dedication placed him 5th in Chelsea's all-time appearance list. His illustrious playing career included stints at Queen's Park Rangers and Arsenal. Upon his return to Chelsea in 1983, he played a pivotal role in helping the club win promotion back to the First Division. Transitioning into a managerial role, Hollins took the reins as Chelsea's manager in 1985. Under his guidance, Chelsea mounted a strong title challenge during the 1985-86 season. Hollins' contribution to football extended beyond Chelsea as he took up coaching roles at QPR, Swansea, Rochdale, and Stockport, with his last managerial role being with Weymouth in 2008. In recognition of his services to football, Hollins was appointed a member of the Order of the British Empire in 1982. His son Chris Hollins, speaking on behalf of the family, highlighted John's modesty and love for the game, particularly his pride in wearing Chelsea's blue shirt. John Hollins' legacy will be cherished as a cornerstone in Chelsea's history and as an icon who epitomized commitment, passion, and dedication to the beautiful game. Tributes to John Hollins. Number 6. Homer Jones, a pioneer of celebration and a giant on the gridiron. Homer Jones, the electrifying New York Giants wide receiver, has passed away at the age of 82, following a battle with lung cancer on June 14th. Renowned for his speed and agility, Jones was a formidable presence on the football field from 1964 to 1969, during which time he was named to the Pro Bowl in 1967 and 1968. Jones's enduring legacy, however, goes beyond his prowess as a receiver. He is credited with being the first player to spike the football after scoring a touchdown, a celebratory gesture that has since become a staple in the NFL. The spontaneous act first occurred in 1965, during a game against the Eagles, when Jones, in a moment of jubilation, slammed the football into the ground. The exuberant reaction from fans led him to adopt the move for the rest of his career. In the 1967 season, Jones reached the zenith of his career, catching 49 passes for an impressive 1,209 yards and averaging 24.7 yards per reception. His explosive partnership with quarterback Fran Tarkenton was described by Sports Illustrated as the most feared combination in the NFL. He ranks 6th all-time among Giants receivers with 4,845 receiving yards and 35 touchdowns. After leaving the Giants, Jones had a short stint with the Cleveland Browns in 1970. Unfortunately, a knee injury forced him into early retirement at the age of 29. Yet, his indelible mark on the NFL lives on. His combination of athletic prowess and spirited celebrations captured the imaginations of fans and players alike. Tributes to Homer Jones. Number 7. Sharda, a melodious voice that graced Indian cinema. Sharda, veteran playback singer, passed away at the age of 85 on June 14th. Known as Sharda Rajan Iyengar, her voice was a melodious treasure that added depth and emotion to many films. Sharda's journey in playback singing commenced in 1960 with the movie Suraj. Her versatile voice was not just limited to Hindi, but also lent its magic to Telugu, Marathi, and Gujarati songs. She played an instrumental role in films like Gumnam, Sapno Ka Saudagar, and many more. Adding another feather to her cap, Sharda was also a music director for films such as Garibi Hatao, Mandir Masjid, and Maila Anchal. One of her crowning achievements was winning the Filmfare Award for Best Playback Singer for the song Bat Zara Hai Apas Ki from the movie Jahan Pyar Maili. Sharda's voice was the on-screen persona for many leading ladies of her time, including Vijayanti Mala, Saira Banu, Hema Malini, Sharmila Tagore, Mumtaz, Rekha, and Helen. She also shared the stage and collaborated with illustrious artists like Rafi, Asha Bhosle, Kishore Kumar, Yasudas, Mukesh, Suman Kalyanpur, Usha Khanna, Ravi, Dataram, and Shankar. In 1971, she became the first female vocalist from India to record her own pop album, Sizzlers. Sharda's mellifluous voice and dedication to her art have left an indelible mark on Indian cinema. Her contribution will be remembered as an era of soulful music that evoked emotions and brought characters to life. Tributes to Sharda. Number 8. Ronnie Knight, A Notorious Life in London's Underworld. Ronnie Knight, whose name became synonymous with London's underworld during the mid-20th century, passed away at a nursing home in Cambridgeshire on June 14th at the age of 89. Known for his Cockney charm, and a reputation as a lovable rogue, Knight was a prominent figure among London's criminals and rubbed shoulders with infamous gangsters, including the notorious Cray twins. Knight's connections and charisma enabled him to operate two prominent nightclubs in Soho, where he hobnobbed with celebrities and the criminal fraternity. His marriage to British actress Barbara Windsor further elevated his public profile, although his criminal activities eventually led to the couple's divorce. Knight's criminality included handling the proceeds of the £6 million Security Express robbery. Knight was also instrumental in the overturning of the double jeopardy law in the UK. Following his acquittal in a murder trial, he boasted about having paid a contract killer for the crime, which led authorities to pressure for a change in the law that protected acquitted defendants from being retried in light of new evidence. Despite his charisma, Knight's life took a downward turn as he faced financial troubles and health issues. His legacy remains a cautionary tale of the allure and downfall of a life intertwined with crime, and an example of how charisma can sometimes obscure the true nature of a person's character. Tributes to Ronnie Knight. Number 9. Dinah Faust, a cherished pillar of Alsatian culture and multifaceted performer. Dinah Faust, a venerable figure in Alsatian culture and a versatile performer, passed away in Strasbourg at the age of 96 on June 10th. Faust spent part of her childhood in Schiltigheim and later Paris, before settling in Alsace with her family. Dinah Faust rose to fame as the star of the bilingual cabaret Le Barabli, established in Strasbourg in 1946, post World War II. She embraced various roles on the cabaret stage until the late 1980s, performing in Alsatian, French, and German languages. In 1986, she was honored with the Grand Bretzel d'Or for her remarkable contributions to the arts and traditional culture of Alsace. This award was presented to her by her husband, Germain Muller, who was also the co-founder of Le Barabli. In addition to her singing and acting, Faust was also a dancer, radio host, and appeared in numerous films and TV series between 1975 and 2010. Her unwavering devotion to the region where she spent her life was reflected through her diverse artistic pursuits. She was also bestowed with the Chevalier des Arts et des Lettres honor. In 2004, she published her memoirs, Une femme tout simplement. Faust's legacy as an indomitable advocate for Alsatian culture and a multifaceted talent will continue to resonate with and inspire future generations. Tributes to Dinah Faust. Number 10. Saskia Hamilton, a literary luminary and educator. Saskia Hamilton, an esteemed American poet and educator, passed away at the age of 56 on June 7th. Hamilton's contributions to poetry, essay writing, research, and education were widely recognized and respected. She obtained her BA from Kenyon College, followed by an MA from New York University and a PhD from Boston University. Hamilton made a lasting impact in the literary world, with her debut poetry collection, As for Dream, released in 2001, which earned recognition as a finalist and winner on the esteemed Grey Wolf Poetry List. Throughout her career, she authored 5 books of poetry, including As for Dream, Canal, Divide These, Corridor, and All Souls, which was in its final stages of preparation at the time of her passing. Moreover, Hamilton was a respected teacher at Barnard College and served at the Folger Shakespeare Library and the Lannan Foundation. She was an advisory editor for The Review and contributed to the editing of significant poetry and letter collections. Her influence extended beyond literary circles, even inspiring a song named after her on the album Lonely Avenue by Ben Folds and Nick Hornby, released in 2010. In acknowledgement of her remarkable contributions, Hamilton was awarded the Radcliffe Institute for Advanced Study Fellowship and the National Endowment for the Arts Guggenheim Fellowship in 2009. Her passing is mourned by the literary community, and her legacy will continue to inspire future generations of poets and writers. Tributes to Saskia Hamilton. Now, we also honor the lives and legacies of notable people who have died in the past few years. Number 10. Jim Phelan, a stalwart of college basketball and a Mount St. Mary's legend. Jim Phelan, a legendary figure in college basketball, passed away at his home in Emmitsburg, Maryland, at the age of 92 on June 15, 2021. With a career spanning nearly 5 decades, Phelan leaves behind an indelible legacy at Mount St. Mary's University. A Philadelphia native, Phelan had an illustrious basketball career at LaSalle before joining Mount St. Mary's in 1954. Initially planning to stay only for a few seasons, he grew fond of Emmitsburg and remained for an astounding 49 seasons. Phelan, known for his signature bow tie, led the Mountaineers to 14 NCAA Division II tournaments, including 5 trips to the Final Four and securing a national championship in 1962. Under his leadership, the Mountaineers also made the NCAA tournament in 1995 and 1999 after moving to Division I's. Phelan's contributions to college basketball were recognized nationally, and he was inducted into the National Collegiate Basketball Hall of Fame in 2008. His impressive tally of 830 career wins is a testament to his coaching acumen. Dan Engelstad, the current coach of the Mountaineers, eloquently captured Phelan's legacy, saying, "Coach Phelan is Mount St. Mary's basketball." In an era where coaches frequently moved for better prospects, Phelan's commitment to Mount St. Mary's stood out. He turned down offers from larger colleges and built a family-oriented culture at Mount St. Mary's, which continues to be cherished by the community. Tributes to Jim Phelan. Number 11. Maureen Arthur, a comedic gem with a heart for philanthropy. Maureen Arthur, the effervescent comedic actress who enchanted audiences with her performance as the ditzy Hetty LaRue in the 1967 musical comedy How to Succeed in Business Without Really Trying, passed away on June 15, 2022, at the age of 88, due to natural causes. Maureen was an omnipresent figure in the entertainment world from the late 1950s through the 1970s. Her portfolio includes appearances in prominent television series like Perry Mason, The Monkees, Laverne and Shirley, and Mork and Mindy. What Maureen is chiefly celebrated for is her portrayal of Hetty LaRue, which she so impeccably played on Broadway, a national tour, and eventually the film adaptation. In addition to her comedic talent, she also shared the screen with Don Knotts in The Love God, and with Bob Hope in How to Commit Marriage. Later in her career, Maureen graced the stage in productions such as Something Different and Guys and Dolls. Beyond her illustrious career in entertainment, Maureen was a devoted philanthropist. She spent decades supporting Variety, the children's charity of Southern California, using her celebrity status to raise millions for children facing physical, emotional, or intellectual challenges. Tributes to Maureen Arthur. You can continue watching these videos about recent celebrity deaths in June on your screen. To keep yourself updated, you can turn on notifications.